Hello, Trent Dalton, and welcome to the podcast. It seems incredible to me that you have a new book out, but you do. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I've written a book called Gravity Let Me Go. It's the story of a true crime journalist who is so obsessed by the scoop of his lifetime, he is in danger of missing an even bigger scoop, and that is true love. That is the love of his life that is actually the reason why he's here. It might be, I think, the most personal book I've ever written. I'm a little bit worried about it. It could be that close to the bone, but it's really beautiful at the same time. So I'm really excited about it. And in this one, I've just really wanted to go, no, hang on, let's just look at, the adults that I know in my life. So it's kind of me drawing on myself, but it's me also observing people in my age group who have been in long-term relationships and where they're at with them.
Are people completely different by the time they get to their 40s? And if so, what does the reckoning look like for you and for your character?
I love this idea that a couple needs to transform, and in the book, the character in this book, his name's Noah Cork, and like a lot of my stories, he's got a lot of me in him. He's coming to terms with the fact that something even more miraculous than his understanding might be happening to his wife in terms of her transformation. But I'm also very interested in that thing us blokes do where we alienate ourselves from our own love stories. And Caroline, I'm so guilty of alienating myself inside storytelling, and inside my own work. I did it as a journo. You should have seen me. I'd be on some story for the Weekend Oz mag, and it just nothing got in between those stories. We're all diving into these things, trying to avoid change sometimes, trying to avoid evolution and transformation and maturing as a couple.
When you started out, Trent, when you first met your partner, you would have been a very young man, but also a young man from a troubled upbringing. And we know a bit about that because your first book, you seem to be a little hard on yourself here today, talking about how you can get lost in your work. But weren't you trying to do something for your family in becoming so committed to your craft and so determined to succeed?
I'll get emotional if I dwell. That's a beautiful thing to say, Caroline. Thank you. I am getting emotional because it's a really beautiful thing to observe. I have no doubt, I got that break, right? I got a job on the Courier Mail, and I'm telling you, that was groundbreaking for me and my family, Caroline. To think that someone found a space, literally a desk space, and they said, hey, mate, you're going to take all of your experience, all that, I'm talking 0 to 20, which was wild in my life. That genuinely does involve every social issue that is facing the state of Queensland, that is facing the nation of Australia. I think I saw it up close. I remember when I was year 6, Caroline, my teacher this is at Brighton State School, so everything had gone down with my mum. My mum had gone to prison and for dealing heroin and stuff, and she'd gone away, and we went to live with my dad over in Bracken Ridge, on the northern outskirts of Brisbane. And this teacher, one of the few parent-teacher nights that Dad went to was Mrs. Garside, and Dad came home that night. I was like, how did it go, Dad? And he goes, what the bloody hell are you doing in that class? Because Miss Garside is convinced that you're going to grow up to be the leader of an outlaw motorcycle gang. That's what she told Dad. And I just find that so funny and so beautiful and so sweet. It's so ridiculous. You imagine me as the leader of the rebels or something, Caroline. It'd be the worst move the rebels ever made. But I just remember thinking, man, if I ever got a crack, that would be the greatest tasting gravy, and I would never let it go.
Yeah,
so you're right.
You've clawed your way. You've clawed your way up from the underbelly into the middle class.
Totally.
And you've taken your wife and children with you. So why all the guilt?
It's what is at the deeper part of it? What is about me that keeps chasing it? Where does the ambition come from? It's almost guilt from my shameless ambition. That's what gets me. It's why can't I stop? That Boy Swallows Universe, and even Lola in the Mirror, these books went to places I never thought possible, Caroline. And it's when would I ever be satisfied? and it's like, that's what the guy in this book, Gravity Let Me Go, is trying to kind of come to terms with. It's sort of like, when will you stop thinking about stories and just be satisfied with real life? It's me fascinated with my own psychology, and I know that those guilty feelings come from me still trying to maybe not process stuff from the past, like not dealing with that in the best way and putting it all in stories. Like, you think you can solve stuff about like the sorrows I feel about like my family. You think you can deal with it by putting it inside a book called Boy Swallows Universe, but that's just a 400-page book. That's not 20 years of life that you've probably got to process in other ways than just putting them into words.
It's a gift that you give us, Trent, reflecting ordinary Australian lives in all their messiness and glory back to us. And I, for one, cannot wait to read it. Gravity Let Me Go. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about it today.
It's such a joy to talk to such a great Australian writer. Thanks, Caroline.